Hello everyone. As expected yesterday night, US Fed increased the US interest rate by 25 basis points. Thus, now US Federal Bank's official interest rate is at 5.5%, which is the highest value since 2007. So, in this video, first we will discuss in detail about the Fed Chairman's press conference speech, then the following usual pre-market stuff. First, please have a look. It's the S&P 500 daily chart. From the start of the day, it was marginally negative and it did maintain the slight negativity till the start of the US Fed Chairman's press conference. As you see, as soon as it starts, market bounced, but in between the conference, it made the U-turn. However, in the end, it closed at the same place as yesterday. That sums up the story of press conference as well. I mean, usually in the last 6-7 FOMC meeting which I covered in our channel, he was always very grumpy and says that inflation is out of control, we need to raise the interest rate 100% today kind of. But unlike that, last night he was very calm. Thus, as soon as the market seeing the calm Fed chairman in the press conference, S&P 500 raised up immediately and like all the time, everything changed when he started to speak. Anyway, regarding whole conference question and answer, I can sum it up in 3 questions. First, when US will reach 2% inflation target and when Fed will start the rate hike reducing cycle. Second, is there a possibility of recession? And third, is there another rate hike this year? Now, regarding the first question, when US will reach 2% inflation target and when Fed will start the rate hike reducing cycle. He said he thinks US will reach the 2% inflation target only in 2025. This is the only unknown new hawkish comment he made. Just for info, from over 9% in July 2022, US inflation dropped to just 3% last month. Now, what Fed Chairman is saying is, it will reach the consistent 2% target from this 3% only in 2025. This kind of comes as shock, but in addition, he said that's not the criteria for him to start the rate reducing cycle. If condition favors, they are confident that inflation is under control and FOMC members agrees, then they might start the rate reducing cycle as soon as the start of the next year, which means early 2024, not 2025. And exactly the same was everyone projecting as well. But he was very certain about one thing, that he's not going to reduce any interest rate this year at all. Then the second question, is the recession possible? For that, he said his committee members and lot of private forecasting entity who works for Fed all comes up with only one answer, no. All of them projected that they are not seeing any possibility of recession. This is very good news. Then the third and final one, is there another rate hike this year? For that, he said it will be depend upon the incoming data such as PC inflation, jobs data and housing data. I mean, he explains now, the bulk of the inflation drop comes from fuel and food and that has been the case for last 3 months. However, in addition, this time they see the inflation drop in goods, services and housing as well. So he said he's not yet decided and it will be based on the upcoming macro data. But still, based on the overall context and the whole press conference, at present, Fed was still predicting that 80% probability that Fed will pause the interest rate hike in the upcoming next FOMC meeting in September. Thus, in the end, Dow Jones closed positive for the 13th straight session. It increased by 0.23%. S&P 500 closed absolute near flat and Nasdaq down by 0.12%. But the surprising part is that VIX dropped almost 5% and moved near 13. In addition, on the more positive side in the aftermarket hours, Facebook released their quarterly results and they did beat the analyst estimation. So now, because of that, Facebook share price increased over 7%. And on the another positive side, this rate hike reduced the oil price by 1%. At this time of this video, WTI crude oil is trading at $79 per barrel and Brent crude oil was traded at $82.5 per barrel. Coming to Indian areas in US market, IT stock very much in line with Indian market as both Infosys and Wipro closed positive of around same positive range. Here the snip indicates Wipro was flat, but not the real case, it did increased 0.2%. Anyway, the highlight is banks as both of them were more positive than that of the Indian market. In terms of GIFT Nifty, today at 3 AM Indian Standard Time, it closed at 19,806, which means it's kind of indicating 20 to 30 points gap up opening today. So that's what happened in the global market. Now let's see the India specific info. First, regarding institution activity, yesterday surprisingly both FII and DII were net buyers. FII net bought for approximately 920 crore rupees, while DII net bought for 470 crore rupees, which is really a good news. Then the second info about Reliance, I think most of you guys know now. Yesterday, Reliance was up by over 1.5% since there was a report that Qatar Sovereign Fund is in talk with Reliance about buying stake in Reliance Retail for near $1 billion US. Here, please note it's not yet materialized, but what materialized yesterday was that the world's biggest investment fund, BlackRock and Reliance Jio Financial Service, together will be going to form a 50-50 joint venture asset management service company in India. I know Jio Financial was separated, but having an asset management company in the group always will benefit that parent group. Finally, about quarterly results, Axis Bank delivered a not so good quarterly results. Analysts expected the profit of 5,850 crore rupees, but the bank delivered marginally less profit of 5,797 crore rupees. Also, there were some more provision-related issues as well. As a summary, US market closed more of a flat, GIFT Nifty indicating a marginal gap up opening. In addition, both banks area and IT area are looking good. So, let's hope for the positive day. However, we need to be cautious since today is the monthly expiry, so we might have that related volatility. Then, regarding the things to look out today, Nestle India, ACC, Bajaj Finserv, Indian Hotels, Indian Bank, Indus Towers, Ajanta Pharma and Bharat Electronics are some companies scheduled to release their earnings today. And in terms of macro, before the market opening, Chinese industrial profit data is due to release. Here, as long as no drastic change, we don't need to worry too much. Then, during the market hours from 11:30 am to 2:30 pm, various Europe's business climate and confidence data are scheduled to release. Finally, in the aftermarket hours, various very important US related data such as GDP growth data, number of pending house sales data, and usual weekly job insurance claims data. Coming to technical, after 3 red candles, yesterday Nifty opened above 19,700 and managed to stay above that throughout the whole session. Thus, on daily chart, it forms the small green candle with minor lower shadow and medium upper shadow. Thus, there is an optimistic sentiment as market bounced back from its immediate support 10-day exponential moving average 19,650. So now 19,600 to 19,650 becomes the critical zone. Here, despite the market's upward bounce, the 19,800 level seems to be a significant hurdle. So the market is expected to continue its consolidation and range-bound trading in the upcoming sessions. Now, if Nifty manages to close decisively above 90,850, then there is a strong possibility that it might progress further towards the record high levels, potentially even touching the 20,000 mark. On contrast, if it breaches 19,650, then the next support is around 19,550 to 19,500 level. Then coming to Bank Nifty, despite the consolidation, Bank Nifty managed to rise 217 points and it forms an inside candle on the daily chart for the 5th consecutive day. This points to a consolidation phase. However, the important positive thing yesterday is Bank Nifty reclaimed the 46,000 level. That's too after a 3-day corrective phase. So basically 45,670 to 45,700 zone served as a strong support cluster considering it aligns with 38.2% Fibonacci retracement and the 40-hour moving average. If Bank Nifty manages to sustain above the 46,000 mark, the immediate target becomes 46,500. Still, given the ongoing consolidation phase, breaking above 46,400 resistance or below 45,600 support can lead to a more defined trend. About options open interest for Nifty, from change in open interest, huge quantity of call option open interest was unwound at 19,700 and significant quantity of new put option open interest added at 19,750 and 19,700 level. Thus, 19,750 to 19,700 is the Nifty immediate support. So, from overall options open interest data, 19,750 and 19,800 is the short straddle and the maximum nearby call option open interest is present at 20,000 and followed by 19,900. Thus, 20,000 is the strong resistance and 19,900 is the immediate resistance. And for Bank Nifty, based on overall options open interest data, we can see that 45,500 level will be a strong support for this expiry and 46,500 level will be the immediate resistance to break. So that's all in this video. Hope you all got some useful information. Please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video so it will help me beat the YouTube algorithm and will also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investment based on this as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing this for my and viewers' educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.